Clinging to the side of the Illawarra mountain range is the Mount Kembla Colliery of Australian Iron and Steel Proprietary Limited. Today, rusty relics, many of them kindly hidden from view by the lush rainforest, are stark reminders of those days when hard work, sweat and tears were the trademarks of those early pioneers who established the coal mining industry on the south coast. Friday, the 20th of December 1968, the day on which miners knocked off for their annual Christmas holidays, marked the end of an era. For this was the last day on which contract miners worked in a BHP AI&S mine, and the place was Mount Kembla Colliery. First, the contract miners collect their safety lamps and respirators, then for the last time they pick up their leather tokens, the means used to identify the coal skips they load each shift, then to the main transport car which takes them 2.5 miles underground. This was one of the first areas where coal was mined in the colony of New South Wales. From here in 1865, coal was first mined to fire the retorts of the pioneer kerosene works that was established nearby. Before the miners enter their working place, a deputy checks for gas. When all is okay, the contract miners, working in pairs, set to shoveling the coal, which has been shot down at the end of the previous shift, into the empty skip. As the skip is filled, one of the numbered leather tokens is clipped on, and the pit pony holds it away to the main haulage road while the miners push an empty skip into position, ready for filling. Norm Swan and Reg Stone, each with over 30 years in coal mining, are two of the last 4 contract miners working at Mount Kembla, a mine where in its heyday over 500 men were employed and production was of the order of 1,100 tonnes per day, whereas today only 70 miners work at the colliery. The contract miners working in pairs have to drill into the solid coal face with compressed air drills, after which the mine deputy lays the charge and blows the face. The contract miners then move in to hand shovel the coal into the 1-ton skips. They use their picks to break up the larger lumps. In addition, they have to erect the necessary timber props and beams to support the roof above them. The last skip is loaded. The last token identifying the pair who loaded it is attached and hauled away by the pit pony. Arriving at the surface, nearly 3 miles away from its loading point, the token is removed. The surface worker calls the number and the weighman records the weight. Tokens that will never be used again. A page of history is closed. Mount Kembla Colliery, however, it is confidently expected will not be closed. Yielding one of the highest grade metallurgical coking coals, the owners of the colliery, Australian Iron and Steel Proprietary Limited, are carrying out extensive practical research into the possible economic means of mechanically loading the remaining coal from this colliery. If these experiments prove successful, the estimated 500,000 tonnes of coal remaining in the pillars will not be lost forever, but will be used in the fast-developing Australian steel industry. And the 70 men now working at the colliery will have a further 4 to 5 years fruitful employment at the colliery that they almost look on as their second home.